You think I'm at my wit's end is what I am at.
Oh my God. I mean, I don't think you are. I mean,
you're a nice guy, Justin.
I'm demanding respect.
I don't know why you mad
You
like that.
confuse my anger with disrespect. It's
Bro,
anger because
you
you're
can't-
disrespecting
listen,
me. You don't get to disrespect me and get away with it.
I'm not disrespecting you, bro, at all.
You don't get to disrespect me and get away with it.
I'm
No, not tonight, sir.
not disrespecting
Not
at
tonight,
all.
sir.
I'm not.
Not tonight. None of you get to do that and take this video out of context and say Justin lost his mind.
No.
Before we get into this, please subscribe to my channel for more real celebrity stories like this, because this one feels way deeper than people expected. We seriously need to talk about Justin Bieber, because things got very real on Christmas Eve. He opened up about his struggles with the music industry, and the pain was obvious in every word he shared. This didn't feel calculated or polished. It felt like someone finally letting years of frustration out. Justin talked about everything he's been through and admitted he's actively trying not to let all the chaos and disappointment turn him bitter, which says a lot about where his head is right now. And here's where fans really started paying attention. People noticed that Hailey may have thrown a little shade toward Justin's old team, and suddenly the conversation shifted. The drama didn't feel finished. It felt unresolved. On Christmas Eve, Justin went to social media and poured his heart out, explaining how the industry treated him and how he's been changing his mindset just to protect his peace, not his image. It honestly felt like he was talking to himself out loud, like a late-night inner conversation you usually keep private. He shared a series of Instagram screenshots, and one line stood out immediately. He wrote, "What happens when a person is gifted young, visible, and placed inside a powerful system that doesn't prioritize the soul?" That line hit people hard. Because the industry rewards performance over peace, image over identity, and constant output over inner life. That kind of pressure doesn't just influence someone, it slowly breaks them down. And that pain is usually what forces people to set boundaries and redefine what success even means anymore. Justin choosing to speak openly about health, faith, and rest shows a clear shift. He's not chasing numbers or clout, he's chasing peace. He even shared, "I have learned to be content whatever the circumstance." And for him, that kind of mindset is real freedom. Saying no to the grind and yes to healing isn't weakness, it's growth. It's honestly a real sign of maturity when someone reaches this level of awareness. Just like Paul didn't just survive prison, he used his voice to wake people up. He wrote letters that shook the system, called out injustice, defended people who had no power, and flipped the whole idea of control upside down. Paul warned people not to let outside pressure shape them, saying, "Do not be conformed to the pattern of this world." That message still hits hard today, and it hits even harder when you think about fame. Because when you're famous, the world doesn't just watch you, it consumes you. Your identity slowly turns into a product, your mind never fully shuts off, and your body stays locked in survival mode. Paul didn't pretend he was unbreakable or hide behind fake strength. He was honest about the pain and didn't sugarcoat it. He openly admitted, "We were under great pressure, far beyond our ability to endure." But he explained that it happened so he would learn not to rely on himself, but on God. That level of honesty didn't weaken his faith, it deepened it. Paul wasn't moving out of ego or image, he was powered by love. He kept pushing forward because people actually mattered to him, and that's what gave his struggle real meaning. He even said, "I will very gladly spend and be spent for your souls," and that line hits deep. Love gave purpose to all that pain. And honestly, it feels like Justin has been doing some serious soul searching lately. He's realizing that while success rewarded his talent, it didn't always protect his spirit. From what people say, he was having real conversations with ChatGPT about feeling used and molded into something he never fully chose. And yeah, that's heavy. That kind of pressure doesn't just disappear, it leaves marks you don't see under bright lights. Justin opened up about how the stage shows the shine, but behind it, there's exhaustion, confusion, and a constant fight to stay true to yourself. Still, he made one thing very clear. He's not trying to burn the industry down or move from a place of bitterness. He made it clear he wasn't chasing drama. He just wanted real change. Real change so future artists don't have to fight the same emotional war he went through, and that intention came through loud and clear. Justin didn't stop there either. He kept posting, sharing more screenshots from what looked like a deep, personal conversation he had with ChatGPT, where he poured out all his raw feelings about the music industry and his career. You could tell immediately this wasn't just another random post or vague message. This was someone actually processing years of pressure and trying to heal in real time. It felt like watching a man reflect, break things down, and finally slow his thoughts instead of running from them. He captioned one post, "Christmas time is that time to reflect and ask yourself what you really want." What truly fulfills Christmas is a reminder of Jesus and the free gift of forgiveness only He can offer. Those words landed heavy. He went on to say that reflecting like this reminded him of everything he's been through and how faith carried him through moments he didn't think he'd survive. Letting go of resentment isn't easy, and Justin admitted that openly. He wrote about how Jesus keeps showing up, proving He's willing and able to help anyone who asks. He ended that message on a hopeful note, saying that no matter where you are or what you've done, you can lean into that same love that meets you exactly where you're at. Then Justin shared another emotional set of screenshots, and this one hit fans right in the chest. He wrote, "I grew up in a system that rewarded my gift, but it didn't always protect my soul. There were moments I felt used, rushed, shaped into something I never fully chose." You could feel the honesty in that statement. He explained how nonstop pressure leaves invisible wounds, the kind you'll never see under stage lights or headlines. He admitted, "I've carried anger. I've asked God why. But instead of staying stuck there, he said Jesus keeps meeting him right in the middle of the hurt. Not excusing the people or moments that broke him, but teaching him not to let bitterness take control." That part went deep. Justin shared, "He heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds." And you could tell those words weren't just quoted, they were lived. He talked about how his pain shaped him long before he even had the words to explain it. He said he grew up trapped inside a system that took more from him than it ever protected, but now he's finally learning how to heal. Justin made it clear he's not speaking as someone still shattered by the past. He said, "Well, I'm not speaking as someone still broken. I'm speaking as someone Jesus has already healed by His wounds. We are healed." That line carried a calm strength to it. He admitted everything he went through was real, every scar, every heartbreak, but he's not letting that pain decide how his story ends anymore. He straight up said, "What happened to me was real, but it doesn't get the final word," and that hits. He explained that Jesus didn't just help him cope, He brought him back to life, reminding him who he actually is at the core. Justin said, "I'm not a product. I'm not what the industry demanded. I am a son." That statement alone said everything he needed to say. And he made sure to clear something up. He's not trying to tear the music industry down out of anger. He wants to rebuild it. He wants it to be new, safer, more honest, and more human, especially for the people coming after him. Justin ended that part strong, saying healing didn't make him silent, it gave him freedom. Freedom to speak truth without hate. He shared, "Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is freedom." And that message felt intentional. He opened up even more and admitted, "I didn't come out of this untouched. I grew up inside a system that took more than it guarded." That one line summed it all up. The pain was real, but it doesn't define him anymore. His faith does. Jesus does. By His wounds, we are healed. Not someday, not later, but now. He made it clear he's not speaking as a victim still bleeding, but as someone restored. "If the Son sets you free, you will be free indeed." That line carried serious weight. Justin ended his Christmas Eve ChatGPT post with one last screenshot that tied everything together in a way that felt calm, intentional, and grounded. He wrote, "Because I'm healed, I can forgive. Not to pretend injustice didn't happen, but so it doesn't keep living through me." Then he added, "Do not be overcome by evil, but overcome evil with good." That wasn't for show. That was someone choosing peace on purpose. He made his position even clearer right after that. "I don't want revenge. I want redemption. I don't want to destroy the industry. I want it transformed." That sounded less like a statement and more like a mission. His words didn't come from anger or bitterness, they came from growth. You can tell he was trying to rise above the chaos instead of staying stuck in it, and honestly, this mindset didn't come out of nowhere. Justin has been open before about how fame affected his mental health and his sense of self. Earlier this year, he even snapped back at paparazzi who were constantly in his space, which is how that viral "clock it" clip spread everywhere.
You're not getting it. It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
He's clearly tired of being treated like a headline instead of a human being, and now he's finally taking control of his own narrative. At the heart of all this, Justin's message echoed what many artists have been saying out loud lately, especially younger stars and women who grew up inside the same system. We've heard voices like Keisha, Britney Spears, and Billie Eilish speak openly about how cold, controlling, and profit-focused the industry can be. It's the same cycle on repeat. Young artists get pushed, shaped, and squeezed until they barely recognize who they are anymore. Now fans online are already reading deep into what Justin's posts really mean. Some believe he's about to step back even more from music, protect his peace, and keep his circle small. Others think this was his way of reintroducing himself, like he's preparing to return on his own terms this time. And with him expected to hit the Coachella stage next year, it really does feel like Justin is setting up for a brand new era. You can tell this shift didn't just happen overnight. Over the past year, Justin slowly started parting ways with longtime team members, people he worked with for years. That move alone had people online talking, and some even criticized him, saying he was just surrounding himself with yes men now. But when you really look at everything he's been through, that narrative doesn't fully add up. After years of non-stop pressure, being misunderstood, and losing control over his own direction, it looks like Justin finally chose peace. He's clearly doing things his way now, not trying to please everyone or keep the old system comfortable. From the outside, it feels less like a meltdown and more like someone reclaiming their life. At the same time, fans have been genuinely worried about whether Justin would actually make it to the Coachella stage in April. The concern felt real. People weren't sure if he was in the right headspace to handle a performance that big, especially with everything he's been processing publicly. But then Hailey Bieber may have dropped a huge hint that shut a lot of that speculation down. At a recent holiday road party, she reportedly gifted her team tickets to weekend 2 of Coachella. And honestly, that detail says a lot. Think about it. If there was real doubt that Justin would perform, would she really be handing out weekend 2 tickets like that? Probably not. That move alone felt like a quiet confirmation that he's showing up and doing both weekends, no hesitation. Of course, some people online still whispered about the possibility of a last-minute cancellation, bringing up names like Kanye or Frank Ocean as examples of artists pulling out unexpectedly. But with Hailey confidently giving out those tickets, it feels like they're fully locked in and prepared. It's starting to look like Coachella is about to witness a serious Justin Bieber comeback. And Hailey's support hasn't gone unnoticed either. She's been publicly backing him hard lately, posting his career stats across her Instagram story. Fans noticed she might have even slipped in a little shade while doing it. She shared a post celebrating Justin hitting over 9.5 billion streams on Spotify this year alone. That number is wild. It's officially his biggest streaming year ever on the platform, and Hailey made sure people didn't miss that detail. And that's where things start getting interesting. She added a cheeky caption that instantly caught attention. It read, "and all without his blank blank." Yep, a 3-letter word followed by a 4-letter word, and those blanks sent the internet into full detective mode. People started decoding it fast, throwing out theories left and right, and let's be real, most fans believe it was a subtle jab at Justin's old management or former team. No matter who that shade was aimed at, the message came through loud and clear. Justin is thriving, moving forward, and breaking major records without the people who once controlled his career. It really looks like both Justin and Hailey are showing the world that he's doing better than ever. And this new chapter might end up being his biggest one yet. Justin has clearly been rebuilding his relationship with making music, and this time it feels personal. He's carrying a lot of deep emotions tied to the industry, and it seems like he's finally learning how to create in a way that actually feels healthy and fulfilling. Over the past year, he's shifted his entire mindset from how he creates music to how it's released and even how it's promoted. It honestly feels like he's reclaiming his joy one track at a time. Right now, Justin is doing things fully on his own terms, and you can feel that energy in everything he touches. The man is breaking records back to back, and yeah, there might be some quiet shade flying toward his old team, but that's just part of the bigger picture. At this point, the focus really isn't on the drama anymore. It's on peace, purpose, and where Justin's head is at now. And honestly, if Justin Bieber is finally happy and healing, that's what matters most. These recent posts and reflections gave fans a rare, unfiltered look at his mindset. And it's clear he's not moving from bitterness. He's moving from freedom, creating from the heart, and finally doing things on his own terms. This all feels like a shift. Justin opening up the way he did, Hailey Bieber backing him publicly, and the bigger conversation about the music industry has people thinking differently. It doesn't feel like a breakdown, it feels like clarity. He's not trying to prove anything anymore, he's just being honest about where he's been and where he's going. Now, I really want to know what you think. How do you feel about Justin speaking out like this? What's your take on Hailey's support and the industry conversation that followed? Do you think this marks a brand new era for him? Or was this just him finally getting things off his chest? Drop your thoughts in the comments because I read every single one and your opinions always add so much to these conversations. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video so you don't miss the next deep dive. I'll see you on the next one.